Hey everybody, Preppers One here. Today is Sunday. It is the 31st of July, the last day of July 2022. As forecasted, here's the rain. It actually came earlier than they said. It's about 10:30 right now, and they said it wasn't going to really start raining until I think noon or 1 o'clock, so it decided to come earlier. So anyway, I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you've had a good weekend. I want to remind everybody I will be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m. I think we need to talk about, maybe we'll talk about the China situation tonight. I think that would be a good topic to discuss tonight. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing. But anyway, in this video, what I wanted to talk about, as we have more rains coming here, I want to talk about being prepared for disasters and how prepared are you to deal with situations when there's no one coming for help, okay? And so that's something I want people to really think about, because I don't think a lot of people really think about that. Like, you look at right now the situation in Kentucky. You've had some catastrophic flash flooding. People are obviously having issues, and there's been a lot of rescue efforts. People going in, they're flying in with the helicopters to rescue people and everything like that. And there's still quite a few people missing, unfortunately. Probably are not, with us anymore. But that being said, in the S.H.T.F situation, there's no one coming to the rescue. There's not any government agency coming to save the day, to rescue people, to do any of those things anymore. We're going to be on our own. And I kind of wanted to address that, because I wanted to know if people have thought about that. Are you prepared for those situations? To be on your own, to have to deal with. So let's talk about, like, in the one county down there in Kentucky that got hit by this flooding. They had, if I'm not mistaken, it was 75% of all the roads in the county got washed out. Okay? So there's another thing to think about. Nobody's coming to fix the roads. Nobody's coming to fix the bridges. Obviously there wouldn't be any power. So, there's nobody coming to turn the lights back on. Nobody's coming to plow the roads. So let's say, here in West Virginia, they get snow in West Virginia, obviously, as well. And we have a big old storm come through. There's no one coming to plow the roads out. And especially if you live in the Northeast, there's definitely, no one coming. See, the thing down here is the weather's going to get better. It'll probably melt. It'll take some time, but it'll melt. In the Northeast, once that snow starts coming down, and if nobody's coming to plow it out, it's going to stay there till the spring. And then it's just going to get piled up on more and more and more. So people are going to be going back to the days of dealing with being hunkered down in their homes for long periods of time, not being able to get out. Maybe around your house you'll be able to get out, maybe get down to the neighbors or something to that effect. But there's not going to be any running off to the store or doing anything like that anymore. Those days are going to be done. So, what are you doing? How are you managing your time? People go stir crazy. People get, I know that, like, when I am cooped up for the winter, especially in New York, I hate it. And, you don't want to do nothing. You don't want to go out. You don't want to be doing those type of things. And so, what are you going to be doing? So you're going to have a lot of downtime. So because of that, there's two things that I absolutely would recommend, especially if you're not alone and you have, family. Excuse me if you heard that. A little gas in the morning. But again, it's like if you have, if you have board games, if you have books, things to occupy your mind, things to keep you busy, those are good things. If you have indoor projects that you can work on, You know, those are things that keep you busy, keep you occupied. So, something to think about. It's kind of slowed down here for a little bit, which is good. But still raining, but not as hard. But anyway, again, people don't think about that because we take for granted right now. I'm going to show you guys something real quick. Got this little bubble of water here. It's just that one spot on this one that ends up collecting water for whatever reason. But anyway, you know, people need to think about these things. Are you ready to be in your home for months and months and months and not leave? Do you have enough food? Do you have enough access to water, to be able to handle that type of a situation? And the answer, honestly, guys, to be honest with you, the answer, more than 90% of the people in this country are not at all ready for those type of situations. They've done no prepping. They have maybe a week or 2 weeks worth of food, if that, available to them. And I know there's people that shop every day. They go out every day and get the food that they need for the next day. And then when a storm or something is coming, they like lose their minds and they don't know what to do. And it's scary. It's absolutely scary if you think about it. So something to think about. And I think people need to be on top of that and thinking about those type of things. So, unreal. But I think most people just don't. They just pretend like, well, it's that out of sight, out of mind type of mindset. Well, if I don't think about it, it's not going to happen. Well, the reality is disasters are going to continue to happen. They're not going to go away. Now in modern times, it's easier to deal with disasters because we have the resources, we have the people in place that can go in and rescue and help people. But the reality is, in a true S.H.T.F situation, you're relying on yourself. So putting yourself in situations, again, where you could possibly be in danger is just not smart. Again, here where I'm at, and I showed you yesterday, I was down, down by where the waterfall is, and I showed you the steepness of the first grade to get up to even the logging road. I mean, it's steep. So, I'm in a very good location. Heavy rains come, the road here is fine. I haven't had any issue. We've had some pretty heavy rains down through here, and there's no flooding that way or anything like that. So I'm pretty fortunate that way. But if the water starts coming up through here and it gets that high, like I said, I need the ark. That's what I would need. That would be a tremendous, tremendous amount of rain for that to be an issue. But again, flash flooding can happen anywhere, and roads can be washed out, and things can happen like that. So people need to be aware of those situations and to try to be as ready as you possibly can be for them. But we're just not prepared. Anybody, even preppers, realistically, what preppers are prepared for is this: we're prepared if we have to hunker down and ride something out, we can do it. Okay, that's what prepping is all about. Being able to stay in one place, not have to go out and do something. That's what we're prepared for. Where other people are not. They're just not. So they're going to have to leave because they don't have food and they don't have supplies and they're not prepared. And so what happens then when you're forced to leave your situation? Scary stuff to think about, okay? So again, I would encourage people to be as ready as you possibly can. We never know what's going to happen. And so with being ready, it just puts you at such an advantage, especially over everybody else. And that's kind of my thought on that. I just wanted to share that with you, with seeing this disaster happen and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm going to jump off of here for now. I'm going to remind you guys that tonight I will be live streaming again at 8 p.m. So I would encourage you to join me then. Remember, folks, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. If we could ever figure that one out, we're going to be in much, much better shape. Oh, I got to tell you, too, before I go any further with this one. So YouTube yesterday, right? This is the games that YouTube plays, and this is what they've been playing for a while. So I'm sitting there, and they've been taking away subscribers, and all of a sudden I lost 95 subscribers. I had them 1 minute, the next minute I didn't. So you're going to tell me 95 people all at the same time decided to leave the channel? I don't think so. It doesn't work that way. So that's YouTube playing games, removing people. And that happens all the time, guys. All the time. Something interesting anyway. But anyway, also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? All right, folks, I will see you all tonight. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.